It's such a pleasure to have you on our program today, Ron, and especially with your background in veteran services, your profession, but also your mana'o growing up in Hawaii.
Thank you, Lila, for having me, and it's an honor to be here again with you, and thank you for what you do and for all the great work that Ōlelo does to put out words for outreach for veterans and for our loved ones.
Well, here we are at Punchbowl National Cemetery, and the work that you do is more than offering services to the veterans.
This beautiful place here at Punchbowl is so serene. It's a sacred place of honor. It's a place of remembrance and reflection. I have family here. You know, I have friends here. I have battle buddies that are here. Many of our other folks do have as well. So we're always mindful of this sacred place of dignity and honor that Punchbowl brings to us anytime we step in any one of our cemeteries, especially here at Punchbowl.
And it's a connection.
Yes.
You know, when I go to Arlington, I'm touched and I'm moved, but I live here. And that's what you're saying, is that we need to remember that as well. You do projects in the schools as well, too.
We do some outreach programs, you know. By the way, we're talking about the JROTC programs. There are many programs that are connected to veteran events, whether it be veteran parades or ceremony things that Jim Horton and his team have over here. We have the Governor's Memorial Day and Veterans Day programs that we do at the Hawaiʻi State Veterans Cemetery in Kaneohe. All the other 7 state veteran cemeteries have the very same programs that they put together with the community partners that come together. Each of the neighbor islands have these wonderful veteran island councils that they put together of all these organizations. They just do a wonderful job. But back to the ROTC members, you know, these are our future leaders. They're looking at doing more things to support their endeavors in their undergraduate work as they prepare for college and graduate school. Some go into the military. They just want to be great community leaders in the future. And a lot of them got their start in the JROTC program.
What are some of the challenges that veterans face?
Probably the biggest challenges is still with the transition program. So many of the folks, when they leave the military, you know, we always want to remind them that when they come over and become a veteran, that truly things really have changed a lot. You know, a lot of times there wasn't kind of a safety net to be able to catch them. Well, guess what? The Department of Defense now is doing a lot of the benefits and entitlements before they leave the service. And so a lot of them, they need disability claims processing, or they need jobs, they need rehab.
Education is also included.
Absolutely right. Post 9/11 GI Bill, spot on. Those things are now available before they migrate over. In the past, you had to get out and then you start to explore your way. And sometimes, you know, people have difficulty with navigation. And that's kind of where our office comes into play. You know, we're kind of like the navigators for our veterans and for their loved ones, because most of the times the veterans that do leave, you know, they don't have all the things together. They don't have a job ready to go. Sometimes when they're going to lay their hat for full-time residence, it's not really settled just yet. You know, you got 50,000 military members here in Hawaii. Not everybody makes Hawaii their home. Some, they go back to the home of record, their home residence, which is not Hawaii. But they get their start here to be able to do that transition.
What are you finding the changes in veteran services in the military, also having females?
That's a great question. You know, that's the fastest growing demographic that we have right now. Purportedly about 20% now, I think, is the female population for our veterans. Hey, we got our first SEAL. Who would have ever thought? We got Rangers now. It's basically the military occupational specialty is open to all females now. You know, before it was, when I was serving, that was not the case. And so we have to be really prepared for the programs that are required for those veterans, to have those ready to go when they do leave the service. It's going to be a lot different. And so we have a women's subcommittee headed by Colonel Pam Ellison. They work with the VA, and we've done about 2 women state veterans summits. We have one coming up in June. It's going to be a virtual one. We're looking to invite some very prominent women veterans like Senator Tammy Duckworth, if that's possible, and then be able to highlight the things that our women veterans are doing today.
It must be very exciting for you to be on the forefront, not only of services, but also seeing the changes in the military. And as we wrap up our conversation today, some thoughts on that.
Yeah, thank you again, Lila, for having us on this wonderful program. I think for me, my perspective is things are changing rapidly. You know, when I first came in this job, there were only 8 presumptive ailments for Agent Orange. We're up to 17 today. We did not support the Blue Water Navy. That's now a huge part of the program. Camp Lejeune, some of the water contamination, that was not supported for 20 years, 20, 30 years. It's supported today. So I would ask our veterans, you know, don't ever think that things are going to remain constant. Things change, and they change for the better. The institutional piece that VA used to have is now more veteran-centric instead of about the institution. So please give us a call, come see us. We'll be here for you. We'll do our very best to support you.
Thank you so much for being with us today, and thank you for
Lila.
your life work.
Thank you so much for having me.
You've just met Ron Hahn, who is the director of the Hawaii State Office of Veterans Services.